It's strange how time can both heal and preserve pain at once. 5 years had passed since the day she walked away, yet her absence still lingered, seeping into every corner of my life. I had moved cities, changed jobs, even learned to smile again. But some memories don't fade, they just grow quieter. Her name had once been Anna. It was a name capable of stopping my world in its tracks. Now it was merely a sound that made my chest tighten. Our marriage had never been perfect. Whose is? But it wasn't a single act of betrayal that destroyed us. It was a silence, long, heavy, creeping silence that settled into our home and lodged itself between us like dust on forgotten furniture. I remember the morning she left. No yelling, no tears, just a folded note on the kitchen table. I can't do this anymore. For years, I let that note define me. I built walls so high no one could reach me again. I convinced myself I had moved on, even dated casually, though my heart was never fully present. Then, 5 years later, my phone rang. A familiar number. I almost ignored it, but instinct pushed me to answer. "Hi, it's me." Her voice, the one I hadn't heard in half a decade, hit me like a wave. For a moment, I couldn't speak. My throat tightened, and the years between us collapsed into a single heartbeat. "Anna," I managed, my voice barely steady. A pause, soft breathing on the other end. Then, almost a whisper, she said, "I didn't know if you'd answer." Her tone wasn't sharp like it had been in those final months. It was fragile, careful, like someone stepping barefoot over glass. She told me she had been thinking of me, that she was sorry. Those two words, "I'm sorry," hit harder than I expected. I didn't realize how much I needed to hear them until that moment. We talked for a while, stumbling through small talk that felt heavier than casual. She asked about my work, my family, if I was seeing anyone. I spoke vaguely, skimming over details that might reveal the loneliness of the years. Then she said something that made my heart stop. "I never stopped loving you." Silence, then a shaky exhale. "I just didn't know how to love you back then." Those words cut through me. I thought I had grown immune to her voice, to her honesty, to the way she could say the one thing I wasn't ready to hear. But in that instant, every memory came rushing back. Late-night talks on the balcony, her laughter spilling across the room, the soft she made while cooking breakfast. And just like that, the walls I'd spent 5 years building began to crack. I didn't know what to say. Part of me wanted to hang up, to protect the life I'd rebuilt. Another part, the quieter, aching part, wanted to believe her. But belief had hurt me before. "Why now, Anna?" I finally asked. She hesitated. "Because I'm sick," she said softly. "Not dying," she added quickly. But it made me look, really look, and when I did, all I saw was her. She wasn't asking for pity. Her voice carried something deeper, a kind of acceptance that comes only after losing everything. She told me about the years after our divorce, about moving in with someone else, how it fell apart, and how she learned that peace isn't found in excitement or perfection, but in presence. "You were steady," she said, "and I mistook that for dullness. I'm sorry I didn't see what I had." Her honesty was disarming, even painful, because she wasn't wrong. I had been steady. I loved her quietly, constantly, without fanfare. But she had needed storms, and I had only offered calm seas. When we finally hung up, I sat there for a long time, phone still in hand. Outside, the city hummed, but inside, everything was still. I didn't know if her words would change our future, but they changed something in me. Forgiveness no longer felt like weakness. It felt like release. Maybe some stories don't end with reunion or revenge. Maybe they end with understanding.